Hi guys, and thank you so much for clicking on this video today. I'm Rishali and welcome back to my channel. We have a new setup. I am in my hostel room. I have moved to Bengaluru and so much has changed. I know. Please excuse me for all the background noises or the fan making the noise because I don't have an AC here. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I know you guys will understand. But how are you guys doing? How is everything? Comment down anything you want in the comment section. Let's talk to each other, make this space really nice and friendly and positive. And today's video is going to be about my favorite productivity tips and hacks. None of this is from Google because these are tried and tested by me. I have figured out what works for me. Of course, it could be possible that something might not work for you, and it's completely okay. You can try whatever you feel you can resonate with, and I'm just here to help you make your life more productive, more happening, you getting more tasks done, always being active, less laziness, all of those things. And yes, let's begin with today's video. Number one, your morning should without fail start with a to-do list. Now, if I had to choose any one thing out of all the pointers for myself and for anybody as a suggestion, it would be this one. Now, this thing will change your life for good. Like, you are beginning every single day with a little roadmap. Now, of course, this doesn't need to be detailed. All you need to do is just jot down every little thing that you can remember and every major thing that you have to do on that day. So it's just mentally preparing yourself and your brain for everything that's coming up next. It's very simple. And please write it down on a piece of paper with a pen. Do not keep it into your head, because I know I get this a lot from all my friends that I remember it. It's okay. No, you will forget it, because our brain has thousands and millions of thoughts every single day, and it will just vaporize in that. So please put it down on a piece of paper and see how it changes the game for you. Number two, your bed is reserved only for sleep and intimacy. So basically, the main pointer here is that you should not be working from your bed. Please have a designated little area, because it's like a mind game, right? Whenever you enter that area, your brain understands that, oh, I'm in this area, I'm supposed to work. It's simple strategy, right? If you go to the kitchen, you have to cook. If you go to the bathroom, you need to use the bathroom. Similarly, if it's the bed, you need to sleep. It's just simple logic, and that is why you need to stay away from the bed until and unless it is bedtime. And this is one of the very, very scientifically proven hack when it comes to productivity, getting your tasks done, etc., etc. Dress up well every single day of your life. Now, this is specifically directed to people who work from home, or if you're a student and you're studying, you're in the process of giving your competitive exams, if you're a homemaker, anything, small business running from home, anything that gives you the opportunity to be in your comfort zone at home and work. So the ideology is, if you dress well. Now, well can be relative, right? Some people might feel good enough in a nice set of pajamas. Some people might feel good enough in a nice cord set, right? It depends. Now, you figure out in what you feel your best. The main purpose behind this is, when you feel good about yourself, everything else seems good. It's about the mood, right? When you're in a good mood, everything seems to be flowing. But if you are sulking, if you are in a bad mood, you're irritable, even the minor inconvenience is going to cause you major anxiety, right? This is the main agenda. So when you feel good about yourself internally, everything else is going to be good, and you will feel more motivated. You will be more disciplined. Your self-confidence is going to be so much higher. You'll get everything done quicker, faster, and more efficient. Now, if you think that you do not have adequate time in 24 hours of the day, because I get this often from my friends, they say like, I just don't get time. There's not enough time in a day. So this is the easiest and the most useful hack that can help you figure out your time better, is to start waking up 15 to 30 minutes earlier from the time you actually wake up. So I'm not telling you to become a morning person, right? I'm just telling you to wake up. Suppose your waking up time is 9 a.m., right? So you just start waking up at 8:45 or 8:30. And this way, this little window of time period eventually will add up throughout your day, and you will see how it helps you. And you can keep doing this until and unless you feel that, no, I have adequate time in the day to do everything that I want to. Now we have something very important. Now, you might have heard people tracking their food habits, they track exercise routine, anything and everything people are tracking nowadays, which is definitely good, great for forming a good habit. But if there is one thing you want to track, I feel if you're already tracking something, but if you're not tracking this, you have to start tracking this, which is track your daily expenses. I feel everything in the world revolves around money. We all know that. It's just the harsh reality, right? So you want to track your daily expenses. And the best thing to do is use your desk calendar. Write it. First Feb, you spent 5K. Now, when you see it on your desk, every single time you're sitting there, you'll realize, okay, first Feb, 5K. I think second, third, fourth, I'm not gonna spend anything. Then the weekend comes, I'm gonna spend. So you're actually saving money. You're actually realizing where you want to put your money because you can see it, you have visualized it. Most of the things are just at the back of our head and it just goes away. It vaporizes like thin air. So you want to track your expenses and also make very, very mindful purchases. And this will happen with this habit. I bet you have to try this one. Keep your environment physically clean and decluttered. Now, of course, by environment, I feel your room, your sanctuary, as I always call it. Now, a cluttered mind is always going to be in confusion. It is never going to be clear in thinking. Your goals will never be clear. You cannot think straight because there's so much chaos and confusion and clutter in your surrounding and eventually into yourself. So you always want to keep it nice, clean, of course hygienic, but decluttered at the same time. Stop hoarding stuff, let go of things you do not use, donate it, whatever suits you, but keep your environment nice, very, very decluttered, very minimal, and buy things that you need. Then we have spending time with yourself and complete solitude. Now, I feel this is something very, very underrated. All of us are constantly surrounded by devices, by people, by anything except our own self. This is the time you should be with yourself, reflecting, just sitting in solitude. You don't even have to do anything. Of course, this is a no device zone. Completely refrain from using any devices. The most you can do is, just be with a piece of paper and pen. Write down if you want to write anything. Maybe something stucks your brain and you have some to-do list coming up. You can do that. But just sit with yourself and reflect. This eventually gives you such a better insight into yourself as a person. You realize so much about yourself. When you reflect on yourself, you can understand what actually is going wrong and right with yourself at the same time, right? You can only realize when you are with yourself, which is not happening most of the times. Most of us do not spend adequate time with us in solitude. We always want to be with somebody. We always want to be on social media, anything like that, but never with ourselves. Okay, now this is something very weird, but figure out the time in which you're most unproductive or lazy, right? So for me, it is the 4 to 6 p.m. in which I literally don't want to do anything. I'm on my bed scrolling on Instagram and YouTube, and that time, your unproductive time zone, is the time you should be working out, moving your body, being outside in the nature, something like that which stimulates you. Okay, get that heart rate high up so that the time period after that also will be good for you. Usually what happens is, suppose 4 to 6 for me, it's just I'm just being lazy. So even after 6 to 10 or 6 to 11, which is a lot of time for me, 4 hours of time, I'm just going to waste it because I have been in that mood for those 2 crucial hours that everything else is also going to be the same for me. So it does 2 things. One, of course, you move your body. And second, the time frame in which you have been unproductive, that has been utilized. And eventually the time after that will also be good. And thus you can also make use of that time and get more things done, right? And of course, post workout, post moving your body, there are happy hormones flowing in your body, in your system. You are high on dopamine, high on serotonin, and all of those good things which make you feel good about yourself. One bonus tip here is start making weekly goals. Now, if you do not want to do daily goals, I think I can say it, but I don't want to say it that you can avoid it and do a weekly goal. I feel daily goals are very, very important. But if you want to do it a little step more, which I do, is to make a weekly goal. So the weekly goal list has all the major goals that you have to, by hook or crook, finish it. So when you have a weekly goal, you have a wide perspective. When you have a to-do list, you have a narrow perspective. So both the perspectives are getting covered, and in the weekly goals, you can actually pick one each on each day of the week. And that is how you can break larger goals into smaller goals and get so much done quicker, faster, efficiently, better, all the good words. With that, we have come to an end to today's productivity tips and hacks. I hope there was something you learned and it was fun to listen to me. I hope I did not ramble a lot and kept it to the point, because sometimes when you talk to the camera, you don't realize that you spoke so much. So yeah, and thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope to see you in my next video. Till then, bye guys, virtual hugs.